kind of more basic, I would say, movement exercise that most people can do with very little space, and you don't need any equipment. So here I'm going into my final kind of 5-minute core exercise. So going through quite a few different variations. I'm basically just taking 10 seconds or 10 breaths between each exercise. So I don't actually have a watch to time this one, but you could also do it with a timer as well. So I'm here into a side plank, back down to a normal plank, and then I'm holding this for 10 seconds. So obviously, again, just trying to, add in some variations to the core, to the planks, just, keeping it a little fresh, and also, trying to target different kind of abdominal muscles as well. So down to my forearms, up to my arms, counting to 10, making sure I'm taking, nice deep breaths, and now down to the other side plank. And lots of different ways you can do your side plank. You can have your top foot in front of your bottom foot. I could have my arm down on my side. You could even have your knees down. So there's lots of variations you can do if you're struggling with your side plank. So now I'm back down. So kind of going through a flow of some different poses in my plank. So back down to my forearms, and really just focusing on keeping my core engaged, up into that push-up position, and trying to keep my back flat, my core really engaged, thinking about if I was balancing something on my back, that it would stay there. And now just going through nice and controlled, touching my elbow with my knee on the same side. So I believe I go through 10 touches, and again, just trying to maintain good posture when you're doing this. And obviously this is also showing good mobility and coordination in the hip joint as well. Okay, and now just touching my opposite shoulder with my hand, trying to go nice and slow again, trying not to rotate my shoulders and hips too much, which is difficult to do when you're picking up one hand and being on a one-armed plank. Again, just trying to challenge a little bit. So here I'm just picking up my foot, tapping the opposite back heel of my shoe. I believe I went through for 10 touches. So trying to go through, kind of a fun little mixture of some simple plank adaptations you can do. And here we go, arms out, straight forwards, 10 seconds, trying to hold it. So by this point, core starting to fatigue a little bit. Left leg's up, so trying to hold that 10 seconds. Left arm's up. Felt like it was a little straighter than that and in line with my back, but I can tell here, just have to practice a little bit. So right leg's up. That's a pretty good position. 10 seconds. I'm getting close to the end here. Okay, side plank again. So side plank, I like thinking about pushing my hips up. If I do have my arms up here, again, trying to draw a straight line. So that's, what I see most common in people who do side planks is their hips are too low and they're not really pushing up and engaging the side of their abdominals. So back to a normal plank I like to do between transitioning from one side plank to the other. Again, trying to push those hips up, so making a pretty straight line with my leg to hips to my back or side over there. So really trying to draw a straight line there and a straight line through from one arm to the other. So 10 seconds, and now I believe I just finished with 10 push-ups. So I hope you enjoyed some of these mobility routines and my little 5-minute core exercise. And you can try some of these out while you're in self-isolation or in quarantine. And hopefully we'll be back into the squash club soon. And if you do some of these exercises, I guarantee that your body is going to thank you and your squash game will too.